guitar player or a drummer or a bagpiper or whatever it is you play. Unless you can play the piano, then you're a musician. You have to read the dots. Those of us who don't read the dots, we keep it up here. So sadly, when Woody became ill with the Huntington's disease, and which eventually killed him, the melodies for his songs were lost forever. So Nora invited me to go back and find these songs because she felt, rightly, I think perhaps over the years, her father had become a bit two-dimensional, known only for the Dust Bowl ballads and for writing This Land Is Your Land. And she felt that in the archive, the real Woody Guthrie was still there and still had things to say. And she kind of hired me and the guys from Wilco to kind of go in there and try and get in touch with that guy. So, shying away from any song that mentioned dust makes sense to me. You've got to start somewhere, haven't you? I'll move through the digits very quickly. I realised pretty soon that Woody Guthrie is one of those people who live up to Patti Smith's maxim that perhaps we should have in Latin over the proscenium arch of every stage, that we, you know, they have those sort of smiling face and that sad face. Underneath, it should have Patti Smith's famous words from 1975. Patti Smith famously said that all great artists have their hand down the front of their trousers. And it was when I read that, age 14, that I realised one day I would play here at the Bronson Centre for you. And I've been practising assiduously ever since. As you've noticed, from the way I played upfield. Yes. Perhaps Woody's artistry was never more to the fore than in this song of love that he wrote for Ingrid Bergman. Ingrid Bergman was a movie star in the United States of America in the 40s and 50s, and in the late 40s she made a movie on a volcanic island, an active volcano off the coast of Italy. The island was named Stromboli. The volcano that was active during the making of the film was called Stromboli, and the film was called Stromboli, so it's pretty dull, isn't it, really? Lack of imagination and CGI is what led them there. And while she was there making the movie, although she was married to a Swedish brain surgeon, she had a mad, passionate affair with the director of the movie. There's always a smattering in my audience of students of geology who always get excited at the introduction of volcanology into the evening, because obviously maybe dating a philosophy or a politics student who's brought them along, and they've just come along for the company. So, and it's always sad, because sadly, although the backdrop of this song is the active volcano, I'm afraid that really this is a moment for students of songwriting. Because when Woody speaks of the volcano, of its rock-hard property, of its massive explosion, he speaks metaphorically, brothers. He's not speaking in geological terms. He speaks of his manly tumescence. That's another place, this is the first time that's got a round of applause. You should be making notes. Tumescence. I love it. You don't often get to say it. It's a word that we don't say so much anymore, is it? Tumescence. With a little bit of reverb on it as well. It's like tumescence. A new fragrance from Mr. Lord. Because you don't like the way you smell it. So maybe we should say that, shouldn't they? Not because you're worth it, because actually you don't like the smell of yourself. Let's just be honest. Like those adverts. Do they have those over here, the ones in America where they tell you, you buy this drug that will it'll stop your headaches, but it may say all these things afterwards, may make you crash your car. May cause either bleeding. May you maybe grow 2 heads of Republicans. That sort of thing. So, and I say tumescence because, particularly in these kind of venues, where there isn't a license, a lot of people, I'm of that sort of age now where people are bringing their kids along. You know, there were so many kids at the show last night, I felt like I was Santa Claus. Giving out presents, and I asked them what they wanted for Christmas. But so I have to be careful with my language, and I figure that tumescence, the average 12-year-old couldn't spell that to put it into a search engine, so probably I probably couldn't. Really? Tumescence, yeah. Because that's what they do, they just Google this shit now. You say something, and instead of saying, you know, in a kind of fatherly way, I'll tell you when you, like my dad used to say, I'll tell you when you're 18. They're thinking, they're not saying, they're thinking, yeah, I'll just Google that, Dad. I find that a bit scary. So, I'm sorry, I do apologise. I've totally got off it. Basically, the volcano, it's an Iggy Pop trick. It's an Iggy Pop thing, the volcano's his prick, alright? Has everyone got that? It's really simple. I'm sorry. I think it's the tea. The tea has a lot of caffeine in it, gets me all excited. And one last, there's a small, in the second verse, Woodie, on the typed manuscript, Woodie typed, Ingrid Bergman, you're so pretty. P-E-R-T-Y. Now, it might be meaning pretty, but like in a Bruce Springsteen song. Or it may mean excessively pert. My experience with old one hand, as we call him, my experience with him is if there is a rather smutty double entendre, as you say in Canada, then it's probably what he means. That's relief, isn't it, that I've finally started playing the song. I missed that last buzzer. Ingrid Bergman, let's go make a picture on the island of Stromboli. Ingrid Bergman, you're so pretty. You make any mountain quiver. You make firefly from the crater. Ingrid Bergman, this old mountain, it's been waiting all its life for you to work it, for your hand to touch its hard rock. Rock, madam, rock. It's a Catholic school, you know. If you walk across my camera, I will flash the world your story. I will pay you more than money. Right, Ingrid Bergman. Not by pennies, dimes, nor quarters, but with happy sons and daughters.